Alright, welcome into another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmore, and this is going to be a game featuring my friend Dutchy. Oh, this is not Dutchy. My friend Dutchy in the Red Infernal, and his opponent is Grubby here in the Blue Vanguard. And of course, Grubby is quite famous as a Warcraft 3 professional player. If you haven't checked him out on his stream, you should check it out. He plays Warcraft 3 often on there, although he plays other things as well. And since Stormgate is a spiritual successor to Blizzard games, in particular Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2, it's good to see pro players from those communities coming over to play it. I do think that Grubby has played this game before, but because of the new patch, I believe this is just a return to check out what kind of changes there are being made. And I haven't seen him playing this in a while, so assuming he hasn't played it since early access release, I'm going to assume there's a lot of changes that are new to him in this newest patch. Of course, I don't believe this is his first game back. I assume he's played a few on the ladder. This was a ladder game played between these two. And so far, it is Grubby's scout here harassing Dutchy's build. His build so far looks like has been expand first into these production buildings, which in the new patch I think is at least at this early stage of the meta, is fairly common. Whereas what do we got from Grubby here? Holy moly. Okay, this is what I might expect from a pro player who's investigating the game, trying to learn the systems, trying to find the exploits. And as a Vanguard player, of course, you can build your bases, build your command posts, build your buildings with more than one bob, which speeds up the building time, which really means this fast sort of 3 command post build can net you command posts quite early. This one will be done maybe around 2.5 minutes. And that means you're going to be able to start pumping out more and more bobs. Now, he does have a full 12 bobs up here, and I think that is less efficient. It would be better for him to pull a few of those bobs and send them to one of these other mining bases. But he now has 3 mining bases up while he is still putting down his first rack. First couple racks, it looks like here. And sending out more bobs. Okay, well, we see that... Oh, look at this little dog hiding here. That's kind of clever. But Dutchy has also gone up to a 3rd. He is already on Ritual Chamber check, and it looks like going for Hexen training first. And has cleared out the health camp with his first units from those first 2 buildings. Remember, he did go Shrine first as well. So this is, you know, it was an eco build into an eco build. It's how greedy can you get? It depends a little bit on the meta. And like I said, at this stage in the meta, because of the sped up eco, I think a lot of folks are going into a Shrine or command post first. And this creeping force is moving across the map. We'll see this base is now up for Grubby as well. He's on 4 bases. What do we have back here? A biokinetics lab also coming down. And do we have the first units out? We have a Lancer queued up here. I'm not sure if any have come out yet, actually. But amazingly greedy. We'll see how it works out for Grubby here, because these units could come across the map here and probably just win the game. There's only a few of them, but that doesn't look like the strategy from Dutchy. He is putting down some mines here. That's a little bit more defensive. He is putting down a little scout farm here at the back door. That's to scout out any maybe Vulcans dashing down those trees, or maybe just a bob coming to chop them. It looks like he found the scout there. The scout just got taken out there before we popped over here, and is maybe going back out on the map because he's going Hexen tech. Maybe going for that miasma. Is that miasma already? Oh, master training already up as we're on a greater shrine. At the same time, we have a health forge up, but I don't see any tech coming out of that or any upgrades yet. But that means miasma is going to be on deck very quickly here, and for Dutchy, that might be a moment to move out against Grubby. Now, what has Grubby got? He's going almost directly into Exos here. Does he have Kinetic Redirect? No, he does not yet have Quick Draw Hustle. But, oh, it is just about to finish. So this could work out for Grubby if he gets a couple more minutes to cook, as he's adding a hangar bay as well. He's on 5 racks now. That could turn out a lot of exos quickly. I wonder if he knows about the solar habitat stuff. It doesn't quite look like he's trying to position those habitats in a position where they can... Although, wait a second. This one looks like it might be what he's got in mind there. We'll keep an eye on that. His exos have moved out. They're going for the Shadow Mastiffs. And I thought it's just a skull coming over here. Well, here comes Dutchy's army. This is early enough here that it could be bad news for Grubby. But is Dutchy just... He's still playing a little bit defensive. That the dogs, I think, can see the mines. And so, taken out, and there's a nice miasma there on the choke. And now it's with some chain miasmas. We're going to see Grubby being forced to retreat, but he then just stops to fight. He stops in the healing camp, moves out of the miasma, which of course is important to avoid that damage. Some Lancers coming down from the high ground. They're pretty tanky. They want to get on top of those Hexens, but the miasma is very punishing. We see Exos going down now. They're very weak. I think, yeah, they want to retreat. And really, they need to go either hang out with these med techs for a second or go soak up the healing rays. I really think preserving the med tech energy by sitting in the healing would be much better. And Grubby is starting to bank a lot there. I think he's got so many bases here. He's up to, I think, 8 racks, 10 racks. So he's trying to stay on the production here with all of these racks. And it's interesting, he's adding scouts as well. So it's not just an exotech. He's got a huge mix of barracks tech here. Scouts in the front, exos and lancers, medtechs as well. And it's just a ton of hex in here for Dutchy. And now we have a Hellborn being added as well. So these units trying to get away by not getting caught in the miasma, but there's just so many hex in that it's just miasma spam right now. And this Hellborn, almost getting caught out of position, but being able to just get to safety. Another miasma goes down, and pretty skillful dodging here from Grubby, but it's almost impossible for him to engage without being caught in one of those miasma circles. And he is trying to move forward now, and he is getting on top of the brutes, and he's committed to this now. We see a Shroudstone get manifest, and these units try and take out some Hellborn, but now they're so low they have to retreat back to their own sentry posts. And there we go, a med station. Now this can help counteract the miasmas a little bit, and it can also help to counteract some of the damage over time, or the splash damage from the Hellborn. They're not quite at tier 3 with their damage over time yet. Now it quickly transitions into a flak cannon to try and be defensive, but it gets taken out by these Hellborn. And it looks like Dutchy's having success with this playstyle. His miasma is making it so that these units just cannot engage. We see brutes in the front, which just form a front line that makes it hard for any of those units when they do engage to get on top of the Hexens that are really doing a lot of this damage with the miasma spam. Another Hellborn caught out of position a little bit, and these units coming around to get on top of the Shroudstone. They take it out, but we see a mine impacting on some of them, and again, some good miasmas there. These units are all very low. Luckily, those medtechs are able to, cast that healing on them and try and get them back up every time they retreat. And we're up to 4 Hellborn now. We are seeing Hexen and Brute numbers dwindle a little bit. We might see some more reinforcements show up. This hasn't been all just abuse from Dutchy. Grubby has been getting some good trades. Another good miasma hit, but yeah, we can see immediately how Those healing rays plus the med station are making it so that any units caught in the miasma are able to heal up pretty quickly. And now they're pushing forward again and snipe another brute. Ooh, a few of the exos go down there. Stepping out of the healing rays of that med station means that they are starting to get low again. And now there's miasma right up in that med station. They're trying to poke out again. They want to snipe one of these Hellborn, and they do get one. The Hellborn are trying to pull back, but now it's a Shroud Stone taken out. So these units are pushing into a position where they can get some damage done. Another Hellborn goes down, but standing in that miasma, you cannot do it for too long or else you'll be taking way too much damage. Again, very low units. Very low units. They're getting caught in the miasma now. They're going down. A lot more Hexen added. There's still only 2 Hellborn here. These Shadow Demons just sleeping in the middle of all this chaos. Trying to get a little split here from Dutchy. He wants to get his units in better positioning. These Hexen come from the low ground, and he does end up having to pull them all back. Hellborn in retreat as the brutes now move forward. There are many miasmas out on the field now. As these units retreat, they get caught in more miasmas. They try and get back to their healing station, but so many of them are going down here. Even some of the med techs. And now the brutes are walking right into the med station healing aura. And some good pullback micro there from Dutchy. And now the med station's going to go down, and that was the defensive position. Just as a ton of Graven show up, 4 or 5, and look, it's just miasma spam. These units have to retreat, and it's just a slow push with the miasma. These units have to retreat back to their healing camp. They're going to try and take it now quickly before Dutchy can get on top of them, so they have somewhere to retreat to with healing. But it looks like Dutchy's got here in time. There's still a few creeps left. And now there's a miasma on top of them. And yeah, this healing camp is not going to be captured. And those units are unfortunately being chased back. Well, the Hellborn are just fighting at the front. There are Lancers popping out here. But is miasma zoning them back? These units push forward into the miasma, taking all that damage from it. And wow, Hellborn now, some sticky bombs going down, getting one of them, but this looks like the end of Grubby's forces here. As the units push up the ramp, start attacking into these racks. The first rack is going to fall. And now this army is right in the mineral line. We are seeing the building on fire from that damage over time. Hellborn are upgraded, and they are bringing the death here. Bob's going down. Miasma right in the Bob line. So they're going to be taking damage over time. Grubby just trying to stay in this, but that's a GG out of Grubby. And in a good game it is. It's good to see Grubby playing Stormgate.